spoke recently on Sunday, which was the Sunday of the Word of God, about the Word of God and how the Word of God actually comes to us. And I spoke of St. Paul, and the Word of God came to him and changed him, converted him, and we have to continue to be able to convert ourselves and others. You're with Mission Alive. This is Roger from the MSC Mission Office. I would like to tell a story about a chief up in the mountains of Papua named Sylvester. But before I tell you that story, I have to tell you another story. We had, coming up to the year 2000, an evangelization cross. This was an idea that came out of a discussion while I was up in the mountains at a place called Anongi. The parish priest there at the time, who was a local Papuan man, was also something of an artist. And he had, in walking through the bush, saw a tree that had a particular shape. It had, like two branches and another branch. And he saw there something. So he cut it down and he carved out of that the figure of Christ with the two arms and the head. And it was really quite well done. And even the way he carved the face was expressive. And when I was up there with him, and two of the catechists who were key men around the area, a decision was made that we would put this figure on a cross, get some timber and make a cross and put it on. And I must correct myself that place wasn't Anongi, we were over at Tapini. So we made this cross. And then we came up with the idea that we would take it around all the villages in preparation for the year 2000. And we called it the Evangelization Cross. These two catechists were pretty key in the whole thing, and with the people and all the leaders and chiefs, they had this program that they would take it all around the valley, right up the different valleys around, from village to village. And it was an enormous success. People flocked to it. There was prayer, singing, rejoicing, and some people were converted. Some people arrived and said, I didn't believe, I've left the church, nothing in it for me. This whole campaign affected people. Some even claimed to be cured. One man had been in the house, not able to move for months or even years, got up, walked out of the house and walked down to the village where this celebration was going on. And we took it to different parishes. And it was the same effect, and the word would go ahead and the people would prepare, and when it arrived they would be greeted, and those who were carrying the cross and with the cross would hand the cross over to them and say, now it's in your hands. And the village receiving would have a program of prayer and singing and dancing and celebration. These catechists, who were pretty good, they would preach and teach. So it had a major effect on the villages that it went to. That campaign, it sort of stopped for different reasons, and maybe we didn't follow up enough afterwards. That's all could be debated. But in that, the Word of God came to people in that. They saw this cross with the crucified Christ on it. They had people there who knew what they were doing. Some of the catechists, as I said, were very good. They were making sense. Prayer and singing and rejoicing and celebration, it changed many people. The Word of God came to people through that event. And we can ask ourselves, and this is probably another topic, how does the Word of God come to me? How do I hear the Word of God? Because to hear the Word of God, to live by it, and to give it to others, that is our mission. Thank you for being with us at the beginning of this year.